Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are making Christmas card. One single card. My mom asked me to make her a dozen cards. I already made the other 11. So here they are. It was a lot. I batch made these, and there's ink blending, die cutting, embossing. Look at those pretty stars. Look at how subtle they are in the background. I love it. So it was a lot of work, but I want to show you how I made them because I think they're absolutely adorable. Look, I just used scraps. So I have different colored sayings because I just pulled scraps from my scrap bin because you're not sending all 12 to the same person. Nobody will ever know. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to tell you everything I used for this. I used, Distress ink in Mermaid Lagoon and Wilted Violet. I used Versamark ink, VersaFine ink, a word die that says Winter Wonderland. Now I'm going to put these away before I lose them. And what did I do with the deer die? I have to find it. I don't know what I did with the deer die. I think it's right here. Yep. Okay. This die here, everything you need will be linked in my Amazon storefront, okay? And then I used these ink blenders. They're my favorite. A stamp set from Temu, so those are usually sold out. I bought it last year. I'm not going to be able to link that. And some silver embossing powder. And then this star, which is so dirty, I gotta wash it. It's very sticky from the Versamark. So, I'm gonna give you some tips, okay? When you're batch making something like this, because it's a lot. So I die cut everything. I cut all my papers first. So I cut my card bases, I cut my mats, I cut everything. Then I die cut everything. I die cut all 12 of these deer. Okay, I cut all 12 of these sayings, and then I went on and I inked every single one of my backgrounds. Then I went on and I used the stencil and did every single one. Don't worry, it will stay sticky. This has been sitting here, look, this has been sitting here for about an hour while I put together the other cards, put together all the cards, and it's still very sticky, okay? So you can do that, and then you can let them sit, and then I powdered them all, and then I melted them all. And then I put them in stacks of the background and the white, okay? And I glued them background, white, words, background. Now, most people would do background, 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 white, 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 words, 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 words. I felt it was easier because then I put it underneath a weight to get them, to have them stuck down, and then I went through and I stamped them all. Okay, this says wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. So that's how I did it. So let's get started. You're going to need something to ink on. I have my glass mat here from We Are. And here is my, my ink blenders. So I'm just going to blend with the blue on the bottom. I originally was going to just do all blue and do snow, but then I decided I really just wanted to have it stars. I thought were prettier. Anyway, but I was going to do snow. I was also going to do just a background of Christmas paper, but all I had were red with snowflakes, and I wasn't all about that life. I didn't want red with snowflakes. Now, if there would have been a blue with snowflakes, sold, but there wasn't. I'm just going to build up my color as best as I can to get it looking how I want it to look. And I'm going to go back in with a little bit more blue, and then we're done. Okay, there we go. We're done. So I can put these away, put these aside, so I don't lose them, because knowing me, I will. I'm just using a paper towel these days because every time I sit down to do anything, I keep forgetting to grab a new microfiber cloth. I'm not even gonna lie about it, okay? That's what's happening. So I have this here. I'm just gonna put my paper underneath, and all I did was take the Versamark and push it down and wiggle it. I can't wait to be able to wash this, by the way. It is disgusting. I'm gonna put this aside somewhere so I can wash it, because it's gross. And then I have my handy dandy little paper here I've been using. I just pulled it from my scrap bin. I'm going to dump and tap off. What happened? Oh no, what happened? Something happened. I don't know what. So let's try this again. This time, I'm going to use this. I don't know what happened there. I think there must be VersaFine on the back. There must be VersaFine on the back of that stencil. Let me go wash it. Okay, so I did end up getting ink all on the other side of this stencil. I washed it and it's still gross. But as long as the back side is clean, I don't care. Alright. I'm going to do the same thing again. Sorry about that. But there you go. All you have to know is it's not that big of a deal. Right? Stuff happens. Stuff happens. It's nothing to get upset about. I'm not upset about it. Though I am upset that I basically missed. Oh, we'll see. We will see, won't we? Oh no, there's some on there. It does not look like it. Okay. That's better. See that? Much better. Okay, now I'm going to throw this blue paper away because it's filled with grit. Alright, now you can't really see the I can't think, guys. The embossing powder very well. I wanted it to be super subtle. I didn't want it to be in your face. Now this is going to be loud. I'm very sorry. You let your heat gun warm up, okay? There you go. So always make sure you let your heat gun warm up before you start to melt your stuff, or else it will take too long and your paper will warp. Jeez, I could not think. Alright, there we go. It's very subtle. I like it very subtle. Okay, here's my base, all cut, scored, ready to go. So I'm just going to put this in the middle. And our deer. Now, make sure you get along the edges if you're going to do a big, what would you call this? It's not a, I mean, it's not a mat. I guess it kind of is a mat. I don't know. What would you guys call this? It's going over the mat. So I guess it's the focal point. Make sure you get as good of coverage as you can. It does not have to be perfect because what glue you do have down will squish. Okay, that's the technical term. It'll squish into other little nooks and crannies. But you want to make sure certain points, like around the edges and like the deer antlers and stuff, have good coverage. And I'm just going to prop this on, prop it, not prop it. We're not propping it on. And then I'm going to use this paper towel to soak up whatever little glue seeps out. So see, you can just, and then you're gonna just get it down. But you want to just make sure these little tiny things like the deer antlers have glue, or else they will not stick down, obviously. Duh. That's like an obvious thing, guys. Obvious. Alright. So now I'm just going to hold this with my reverse tweezers. Okay, so if this annoys you, having to do these little tiny, teeny little blops of glue, there's something else that you can do. You can keep your glass mat out and put down some glue on your glass mat and run this through glue that's like a pile of glue, not a thick pile. Okay, you don't want to put a thick pile of glue. Okay, so there we go. And of course I lost the tittles for the dots above my eye for every single one that I cut out. I don't like when they're separate. Like, don't do that, dye companies. Either make it so there's no dots over letters, or make them so they're connected in some way. You figure that out, but we all lose them all the time. There you go, Winter Wonderland. And now we just have to stamp. So my stamp is still set up in my MISTI. There's something on there. Okay, so my stamp is still set up in my MISTI from stamping the other ones, and I'm just going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black. Okay, put that away, clean up that little bit of black, stamp down, and I use this here to give me better pressure. Okay, and then that's it. That's a card. There it is. That is a wonderful little Christmas card. I was thinking of putting something like gems or something around it, but then I was like, nah. And you want to know why? Because of the price of stamps. Yep. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. This was a quick one. Expect more Christmas card videos coming up and some happy birthday cards also. Or you might have seen the happy birthday cards before you saw them. Probably not, though, because the birthdays they're for are at the beginning of December. So you'll probably see this before you actually see the birthday cards. But there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, okay? Because I do a lot of fun things over here on my channel. I think so, at least. And you can look forward to me not knowing words and saying stupid shit. That's what happens. I'm priceless, okay? I'm amazing over here. All right? I'll see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.